Okay, now we're going to show you how to cut a basic window mat. First thing you need is a slip mat. A slip mat goes underneath your cutter bar, and it's what the blade goes halfway into when it cuts through your mat. When cutting a window mat, you're always going to cut with a finished side down, and then the slip mat is going to give you the clean precision edge with a new blade cut in your opening. So we have our slip mat inserted into place. We bring our window mat up just parallel to the edge of our cutting blade, and we insert our blade, and we confirm our blade is just penetrating our slip mat, about half the thickness of the slip mat. We don't want to cut all the way through the slip mat, but we have to penetrate the slip mat to get a good cut on the mat. Okay, now to cut basic window mat, we need our margin guide. We're going to adjust our margin guide to 2.5. A basic mat means all three sides are the same side, so they're going to be a 2.5-inch space. So our margin guide 2.5, our bottom guide to 2.5, and our upper guide to 2.5. Now take your mat board, finish side down. Place against your square edge and against your guide. Lower cutting blade. Bring cutter head assembly until start of cut finger touches edge of mat. Depress cut completely down. Release start of cut finger off of that guide. Perform cut. Release blade, push up. Raise cutter assembly, rotate 90 degrees. Push against guide, lower blade down. Let start of finger cut touch edge of blade, edge of mat. Rotate 90 degrees, perform one more time. Press start of finger cut until it touches edge of mat. Pull mat blade down. Perform cut, release, raise guide, pull out. And voila, look at that perfect, beautiful window mat. Okay, now I'm going to show you cutting unequaled borders. Unequaled borders, usually our mats have a little bit stronger at the bottom, or for design purposes, it move to one side or the other. The easiest way to do that in the very beginning is always do a layout on the back of your board. It's the simplest, foolproof way. After you've practiced and you've done these hundreds of times, you probably won't need to do this template anymore. But for right now, use the template. Now that we've drawn our template on the back of our mat board, we're going to notice our start of cuts at 2.5. It's 2.5 over, 3.5 down. So your start of cuts 2.5, your margin guides 2.5, and your bottom cuts at 3.5. Now I'll set those. Top guide 2.5, side guide 2.5, bottom guide 3.5. Now I raise my cutting assembly. Place my window mat in place, lower cutting assembly. Make finger touch edge of mat, just press blade, cut. Raise blade. Now this is going to be a 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. So all three guides need to be at 2.5. So I adjust my end guide at 2.5. Insert mat board back in. Lower mat board, lower cutter head. Just press finger, beginning to cut, place the cut, go to end to cut, race up. Now we're going to have 3.5, 2.5, 2.5. So I need to change my top cutting to 3.5. Place my window mat back in, square, lower cutting assembly, position, cut, complete cut, lift. Now I got 2.5, 3.5, 2.5. So this goes 2.5 on the top cutter, 3.5 on your guide, your side guide, and 2.5 on our bottom guide.